Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we will be talking about the top 15 Void Epic champions in the game, in my opinion, because tomorrow we will have a ×2 Void Shard event, double chances of getting legendaries and epics from Void Shards. Now, of course, I could be talking about Void legendaries instead, but of course, the reality is it is very difficult to get Void legendaries in this game, even from a ×2 Void Shard event, because there's only a 1% chance of getting that Void legendary. But for all of those free-to-play players, low spenders out there, the good thing is there's still a lot of great Void epics in this game. So don't worry if you don't get a legendary. If you get one of these Void epics, you should already be very happy. All right, so let's get to it. First, I want to show you I have 49 Void Shards, hoping that I would get 50 this weekend so that I can have 50 shards to pull. That would probably be the most number of Void Shards that I have during a ×2 Void Shard event. As a free-to-play player, of course, I don't have 100, 200, 300 Void Shards, but I think 50 Void Shards for a ×2 event is already quite good. All right, so let's take a look at these 15. I won't be listing them by rank from number 1 to number 15, but I'll simply just go through the different factions and tell you who my top 15 are. All right, so first one up in the Banner Lords is Ursala the Mourner, probably the best AoE reviver as an epic champion in the game. With this, A3 revives all dead allies with 75% HP. That is quite high. And usually the problem with revives is that they start with 0 turn meter, and of course they immediately die. But this girl right here revives them with 50% turn meter and places increased defense and strengthen. So making sure that they have high HP, high defense with strengthen with half of their turn meter, and this is on a 5-turn cooldown, which is quite decent as well. She also has an AoE decrease attack and AoE increase attack as well, with a turn meter reduction on her A1. She is really one of the best Void epics in this game. All right, so that's for the Banner Lords. Next up is from the Sacred Order. Now, of course, Hydra clan boss really pushed this guy up there in the top 15. Before, he was nowhere near there because of his passive. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 7.5%, and whenever an ally receives a fear or true fear from an enemy, this skill will instantly remove that debuff and fill the ally's turn meter by 15%. This has no cooldown, so every single time anyone from your team receives a fear or a true fear, that debuff will instantly be removed, no questions asked. This is what makes Inquisitor Shamel so useful in the Hydra clan boss, especially if you're dealing with that head that places fear whenever you attack him. And the next one is Godseeker Aniri, also very good for the Hydra clan boss. Also good for the traditional Demon Lord clan boss as well. She has this revive here with 50% HP and 50% of the turn meter, and then resets the cooldown on all of their skills. This is, however, just a single target revive, but she does have another revive on her passive, wherein if an ally is about to be killed, she will put revive on that ally first, so that there will be an instant revive. And she also increases the amount of healing by 10% by everyone. She has this nice A2 AoE that will heal all of your allies by 15% of their max HP, then decreases the duration of all buffs on all enemies by 1 turn, which can be great for the Hydra clan boss in case you don't have a block buffs or a buff stripper. And she also will increase the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn. You know how those AoE buffs 3-turn cooldown, but they will only place the buffs for 2 turns? Well, with Godseeker and Aniri, that will become a 3-turn cooldown, but also a 3-turn buff. So you, if you time it correctly, you can have all of your buffs up at all time 100%. If you time this skill right here correctly, because she will increase all of those buffs by 1 turn. She also has a nice heal on her A1. All right, so those are the first 3 champions. Next one, we will of course go to Ogryn, and Of course, even with all of this hype about the Hydra clan boss, let's not forget the old traditional Demon Lord clan boss. And of course, Maneater is the MVP there because of his A3 right here that will make him unkillable. So if you have double Maneater, which is what I'm using right now, it's very free to play friendly. Assuming, of course, you have two of this guy and three of any other champion that you want. You can have Frozen Banshee, Draco, any poisoner, damage dealer, because Maneater, just two of these guys will keep your entire team alive for the whole 50 turns. All right, next from the same faction is Urogrim. I don't have this guy. He was nerfed, of course, but still very good with poisons and debuff removal, heals, and more poisons and more heals on his A3. And one of the best ally speed aura as an epic champion in the game, 20%. So yeah, would really love to pull him this weekend because I would really need. There's not a lot of poisoners from epic champions. We have a lot from rares, we have a lot from legendaries, but not a lot of poisoners in epics, which is quite weird. I don't know if they made that on purpose. But yeah, next one is Lizardman. We have no, not Lizardman. Skinwalker. The only void epic in the Skinwalker is Basher. This guy is considered as a sort of the epic version of Warlord because he has this skill A2. AoE increases the cooldown of all of the target skills by 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Very useful in Arena, Faction Wars. This guy helped me clear Faction Wars. And he has this nice A3, attacks 4 times at random, has a 100% chance of placing block buffs, and this is on a 4-turn cooldown. If this were an AoE skill, this champion would be really great, but even on a 4 times random hitter, this is still a very good skill. All right, so that's for the Skinwalker. Next, let's go to the Orcs. Of course, Seer. This girl right here helped me clear Doom Tower. I don't think I will be able to clear hard Doom Tower up until the final stage without Seer. Let me just go there and see if I can pull that up. Hard Doom Tower finals. Yeah, I think I used Seer in some of these levels here. Yeah, where did I? Yeah, there you go. So I use Seer, Renegade, Duchess, Lydia. Without Seer, I don't think I will be able to finish hard Doom Tower. So I'm really grateful that I was eventually able to pull her in a I think it was just a few months ago, and I've been playing this game for more than 2 years, but I just pulled Seer quite recently. And yeah, very thankful because if not, I might still be stuck somewhere in hard Doom Tower. It's all because of her Karma Burn skill. A3 will remove all buffs from all allies and enemies and then attack them. And then the damage will be based on enemy max HP, and it's also dependent on the number of removed buffs. So the more buffs you have, the more buffs your enemy has. She will deal more damage. Of course, if you want her to remove the buffs of the enemy and add that on top of the damage that she will deal, you will need some accuracy. But if you don't want to build her with accuracy, that is fine, as long as you're making sure that before she does this Karma Burn attack that you have as many buffs on your own team as possible, because she will not be using the buffs from the enemy team. All right, so that's Seer from the Orcs. Next one, we will go to Demonspawn. Padma. AoE decrease attack on her A1 if this is a critical attack. So you want to build her with 100% crit. AoE decrease accuracy on her A2. Decrease attack and decrease accuracy. AoE, this will be great for the Hydra clan boss. And she does have this nice single target buff removal so will also be great for the Hydra clan boss as well. So yes, with the addition of the Hydra clan boss, I think there is more attention given to Padma because all three of her skills are going to be useful there. Speaking of the Hydra clan boss, we also have Umbral here. She used to be mainly an arena champion because of her A3, but with the Hydra clan boss, her A2 becomes really useful, and then you'll have to turn off her A3 because, of course, this only provides a provoke. But this one provides a 100% AoE, 3-turn cooldown, 3-turn block buff. So you can have block buffs if you build her fast enough. Block buffs on the entire enemy team up 100% of the time, and she cannot hit weak because of course she is void affinity. So yeah, this skill I did not think we will be able to use this skill because if we talk about Umbral, it's all about her A3, but now her A2 becomes the more useful skill in the Hydra clan boss. Right. Oh, before we move on, just one trivia. Did you know that there are no void epics in the Undead Hordes? Not a single one. I mean, they do have a lot of epics, a lot of legendaries, but no void epics. I don't know. It's quite weird. But anyway, void epics for the Dark Elves, I don't have a single one. Lua, Sylar, Madame Ceres, 2 years, more than 2 years of playing this game. Still looking for these champions. But anyway, next champion is Sylar. She has an AoE for her A1, AoE decrease accuracy on her A2 on a 100%. So this is very reliable on a 3-turn cooldown, and a decreased speed AoE as well, and a decreased turn meter by 40%. She's very useful in so many areas of the game. Arena, Doom Tower, you can use her in Faction Wars. Very useful champion. Madame Ceres, really looking forward to pulling her. Hopefully, it's been 2 years. Every time I do a Void Shard pull on my channel, I'm always wishing for a Madame Ceres. I mean, I've gotten Seer, I've gotten Man-Eater, I've gotten Ethos in my last Void Shard pull, but still no Madame Ceres. She's of course known for her A3, full debuff or full buff removal from all enemies, and then places a decreased attack and decreased defense on all enemies for 2 turns. Quite similar to a new champion that we have, a non-void, Rian. Rian has this here. Very similar to Madame Ceres, but instead of decreased defense and decreased attack, she places a weaken. So I think, in my opinion, Madame Ceres still has the better skill because I would prefer decreased attack and decreased defense over weaken, especially or even with Rian's revive right here, which Madame Ceres does not have, but I still would prefer Madame Ceres simply because decreased defense and decreased attack is really a great combo skill to have in a single skill. All right. So that's Madame Ceres. Next one, we have Skull Crown. Of course, AoE A1, AoE A2 hits really hard. Can be your campaign farmer, arena, useful in faction wars as well. Not really too much to say about that. She just hits really, really hard. Next, Runekeeper Dazzler. Now, this guy, I think he does not get a lot of love, but his entire kit is very useful. Leech A1, A2 can be very useful in the arena faction wars. Will place increased attack and then 25% turn meter fill for all allies. And then this one removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals them by 25% of this champion's max HP. This one's very good and places a continuous heal buff on for 2 turns on all allies that have a debuff removed. This champion really is great. Will really take you very far in places like Faction Wars. Can be used for early game Doom Tower as well. For Faction Wars, he can be useful up until the final stage, stage 21. So yeah, that's Runekeeper Dazzler. Next one, we have Demitha, known for her use in those crazy clan boss teams because of her A3, 3-turn block damage and heal. She's also great in the Hydra clan boss as well, because this skill is a little bit similar to Godseeker's skill, wherein she will increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn, but instead of decreasing the or increasing the duration of debuffs on the enemy, she will instead decrease the duration of all ally debuffs on your team. So unlike Godseeker, she will not need any accuracy on her kit. She places this shield on her A1 on the ally with the lowest HP. If you find this skill familiar, this is because this is also Duchess's A1, with the exception that Duchess also places a shield on herself and an ally. This one, as an epic champion, Demitha only places this on an ally, but still a very good A1 that really reminds me of Duchess. And yeah, very useful champion. Also a relatively new champion. And the last one is Genbo. Yeah, great for arena, and of course with the addition of Shadowkin faction just I think it was just today. Yeah, so also useful in faction wars, as long as you make sure that you keep him alive. He is of course a little bit squishy, low HP, low defense, but hits really hard. So if you want to 3-star faction wars, make sure that you bring a lot of healers, or bring a reviver such as Sachi right here, or Gamran. Those are the only 2 revivers in this faction. But yeah, you will only need to build him with 70% crit rate, because of this skill places a 30% increased crit rate on himself and then grants an extra turn, and then he will immediately go into his A3, this huge nuke right here. And of course, he is also immune to decrease attack and will ignore unkillable buffs to get rid of those pesky swift parry champions and Skull Crown as well. So yeah, 15 void epics that I really want to or that are really great in this game, even though of course they're not void legendaries, but still very usable in the end game as well. All right, so of course I'm still missing some of those. Dark Elves, Sylar and Madame Ceres would really love to get those tomorrow. Urogrim as well. So yeah, that is it. Top 15 void epics in my opinion. Good luck to you if you're planning to pull shards, your void shards tomorrow. These are, if you happen to pull one of these 15 void epics, then consider yourself very lucky. Congratulations to you, and I will of course be looking forward to pull some of these void epics myself as well. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one.